I want to show you how easy and fun it is to carve your own rubber stamp. The tools you're going to need are an X-Acto knife, a speedball carving kit, some kind of a brayer, a ballpoint pen, and this rubber stamp material. You can actually carve both sides if you want. So I started out with a design that I enlarged, and with a soft lead pencil I traced the whole thing out. Then you're going to take the pencil side and put it up against the rubber stamp material. Take a brayer, and you can use the side of a pencil or whatever, and you want to burnish the whole surface. So you're transferring this design to the rubber stamp material. And this is important. This design is symmetrical. It doesn't really matter. But if you wanted to make an alphabet, for instance, it's really important to do it this way, because that way when you go to stamp your stamp, your letter will read correctly. Okay, so I've got a faint little outline going. Now what I'm going to do is, with my ballpoint pen, I'm going to go around my design. So I want to outline the whole design. And this is important because the pencil smears really easily. So now I'm ready to carve. These little carving devices have removable tips. The two tips that I use the most are this very fine little one and a slightly deeper V-shaped one. And the edge of the handle comes off and your other tools get stored inside. So you have other tools as well. If I put this on a piece of paper, it'll move. It'll be easier for me to move it around. So I'm going to start by carving away around the edge. And notice how I'm holding the tool. So it's more like a scooping movement. When I have a corner or a point, I start in the point. And see how I keep turning stamp. Now for a curve, I find it's really easier to move the stamp than to move the tool. So I'm just holding the tool. What you don't want is to try and go too deep, or you'll bury the tool. So what really I find works the best is a series of ever deepening little channels. So this first channel is going to kind of open up the path for the next one. And then I would do the same thing on the inside. Once you've outlined everything with the little narrow head on the tool, now we're going to go around the whole piece with a little bit deeper cut. And this actually paves the way for the next step, which is cut this to shape. Now I'm going to do the thing your mother always told you never to do, which is, with the X-Acto knife, I'm going to cut toward myself, but there's a lot of rubber in there. This stuff cuts really easily. So I'm going to cut around the whole stamp with my X-Acto blade. See, I've already made a nice channel, so it makes it really easy to do this. So now I can go around my edges and clean it up. So I would work my way all around the outer edges, and so it looks like my completed stamps. And then the next thing I'm going to do is to take this deeper grooved tool to the inside. And this is where I'm really, really careful. And don't try and take out too much at one time. And then once I've done that, I'm going to continue carving all the area that's white away. You want to make these grooves deep enough so that the ink won't get down in them.